Hello and welcome to the Tabletop Turtles news break for March. This month has seen the Harrogate Convention Centre host Airecon 9. Now, Airecon has been the brainchild and passion of Mark Cook, who no doubt some of you will already know from the board game trade and chat groups and have seen him at other conventions. As I say, this is the 9th year that it's been running. It started in his flat and it has gone from strength to strength ever since. This year has seen over 4,500 unique visitors with a footfall of over 10,000. So there's been many people staying for the full weekend as well as people just going for 2 days and so on. Now, every year they have a board game charity raffle, and this year was no different. They are lucky enough that they get quite a good response from many board game manufacturers, publishers, etc. And the charity raffle this year raised over £10,000. And that is on top of other donations and fundraising that happened across the 4 days. And this money has meant that they have two dedicated charities this year. One was Mary's Meals, and the other one was Playful Futures from Imagination Gaming, both of which were able to receive over £5,000 each. What a fantastic achievement. I wasn't able to attend this year, but I will certainly be back next year, and I hope to see you there at Airecon X. As well as raising money for charity, they also had guests there from Watch It Played channel, including the indomitable Rodney Smith, who is probably the most well-known board game tutorial, the beautiful Paula Deming, and all the other crew. A bunch of lovely people who are just a pleasure to meet. As well as Airecon 9, last year saw the start of ACNW, or Airecon Northwest, in Manchester. Well, that has returned this year and will be on from the 16th to the 18th of August in Manchester. And they will be having guests from the Dice Tower. They're going to have Mike, Z, and Camilla. And you'll find the link to the website in the show notes down below. Now, not only that, but in October, the 18th to the 20th of October, is ACWest, or Airecon West. This was originally Pool Party 2 years ago, the brainchild of Martin Poole, and last year it grew and Airecon came on board to help organise and have taken over the general running of it. So there are now 3 Airecon conventions every year, but the one in Harrogate is the main one. Again, you will find the links in the show notes down below. Well, Airecon obviously isn't the only board game convention. In June, you have the UK Games Expo at the NEC in Birmingham, which is the 3rd biggest in the world. And they normally get in the region of about 50,000 visitors. So it is exceptionally busy for 3 days, but that's a great venue to go to experience lots of new games and pick up stuff that you might not normally see. But if gaming is your pride and joy, then go along to another gaming convention that focuses on games, and that's Handycon. Now, Handycon is coming up next month, the 19th to the 21st of April, and that's at Milton, Keynes, at the Delta Hotels by Marriott. That's run by Paul Frozenoff Harris, and they also have 2 other dates listed. You've got the 9th to 11th of August and the 25th to the 27th of October, where they will also hopefully be holding further Handycons. So there's lots going on in the world of board games. If you're going to a convention that I haven't mentioned, drop a message to me in the notes below and I will be sure to give it a shout out. And if you're an organizer of a convention, let me know about it so I can get it out there so that the subscribers and viewers can all get to hear about it. Now, you might have already seen it, but the Tabletop Turtles have just released our latest unboxing video, which is the Firefly 10th Anniversary Edition. This is from Gale Force 9 and includes foil cards, painted ships, a neoprene game board, and all of the expansions ever released, including a new one called Still Flying. Well worth a look. Take a look at the video. If it appeals to you, see if you can get hold of a copy or at least get to play it. You will have noticed the boxes in front of you. Well, Inspiring Games have been kind enough to send me a copy of Legends Untold, the Illumination of Deepsorrow, and the Bonus and Preparations expansion kit. Now, these are prototypes and for review purposes only, so the artwork and that on the boxes is not necessarily finished, but I have started to take a look, and it follows on from the Legends Untold world, and it gives you it's a standalone, and it's for a new party of adventurers who go into the ancient city of Deepsorrow, and it can play 1+ players. I've liked what I've seen so far. I've had a look at it and I started to learn the rules, and what I've seen so far steps on from the original Sewers and Weeping Caves and Sewers Legends Untold. So I'm really looking forward to getting into this a bit more before I give my final thoughts. Now, we have some upcoming reviews that we're going to be looking at in the near future. Games that not necessarily are the newest games, but ones that I want to get reviewed just so that older games get their moment again in the sunshine. Now, some of the ones that we're going to be looking at are Quirkle, Marrakesh, Just One, Next Station Tokyo, Wingspan, Heat, and Mosaic. Quirkle is a tile pattern colour matching game with lovely components. Now, I've actually got the travel edition, which plays exactly the same as the main one, but just with smaller components. Played it several times already. It's a great little game, so look out for that review coming soon. Marrakesh has you in the role of rug merchants. And it plays up to 4 players. The beauty of this game is that you have your own set of rugs to play with. And you're trying to create the best display of rugs. Just One is up to 7 players on the box, but I have seen people play with more. It's a word deduction game where everybody gives a clue and multiple repeat clues are removed. It's lots of fun, and with a good crowd, you can have absolutely tears of laughter with this one. Next Station Tokyo is a flip and write. Multiplayer, played in 4 rounds which can go from 5 to 13 cards long. It has a lot going for it. Then we have Earth, which has been huge this past year, and it does have an expansion coming out later in the year. So I will be doing a review of that to see, is it worth holding on to and getting the expansion or not? Heat is a motor racing game that requires cards, not dice, and has you jockeying for position while trying to avoid overheating your car. So that's one that has just had an expansion come out for. There are more expansions in the works, so I'll be giving that a review and letting you know my thoughts on that. Now, just recently we've been getting a lot of new subscribers, some of whom I happen to know come from the Stansted in Essex area, and I promised that I would give them a big shout out. So every subscriber, thank you so much. Really appreciate your support. Make sure that you keep commenting on the videos, because that's how we know what you want to hear and what you want to find out more of. Speaking of that, onto our postbag for this month. Taggers VR has requested that we review Tentacle Town. Now, this is one that's new to me. I've not come across it before. I had a very quick look online at some details about it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask George Turtle to take up the reins on that one and see about getting hold of a copy and giving you his thoughts. And then once he's given you his thoughts, then I can give mine. So anyway, thank you very much for watching, and look forward to seeing you soon. Thanks for watching the latest Tabletop Turtles video. Don't forget to click like, subscribe and hit that bell to be notified of new Tabletop Turtles content. Until next time, Turtles out!